Hello, welcome to That Heart United, one stop for everything Manchester United. I'm here to give you all the latest news concerning Manchester United today, as we have three topics to talk about: Mason Greenwood, Jadon Sancho, and Michael Olise. As we have some news on the outgoing of the first two players, and then Chelsea are about to hijack Michael Olise from under United because we are not really serious for that deal. So basically, Chelsea are coming in and swooping in to get that deal done very fast for themselves. But let's get straight to everything. And according to the Manchester Evening News, it said Man United have made progress on the departures of Jadon Sancho and Mason Greenwood as they step up plans for the summer transfer window following the decision to stick with Erik ten Hag. Ten Hag is here to stay, and we now have to focus on incomings and outgoings. Remember, the summer transfer window officially opens tomorrow, Friday, and clubs can now officially announce and sign deals because the window is practically open. But what are we planning to do with Mason Greenwood and Jadon Sancho? It says Juventus are leading the race to sign Mason Greenwood and are in talks with United, but there's also interest from fellow Serie A club Napoli in the forward, who spent last summer on loan at Getafe. He also said Juventus or Napoli could emerge as potential suitors also for Sancho, with Dortmund leading the Bundesliga interest in the winger. But the Dortmund manager resigned today, so will Dortmund... Anyway, it was never about the manager. The club as a whole are interested in him. No matter who the manager would be, I'm very sure Dortmund would love to keep Jadon Sancho with them, right? But for Juventus, they would only be willing to offer around £25 million plus add-on for Mason Greenwood, and they will only push that deal if they sell one or two of their players, one or two of their wingers, before they'll be looking at pushing for Mason Greenwood. So they have to sell someone like, for example, Chiesa. There's interest in him, and he might leave on the club. And there's also one other player that Juventus might sell. And if they do that, then they will be all in for Mason Greenwood. But of course, if Napoli sells Victor Osimhen, they would also push for Mason Greenwood. So Greenwood is definitely leaving. Sancho would also leave. As time goes on, we would expect more interest from clubs for Jadon Sancho. Sancho is not willing to apologize. Ten Hag is staying. This Jadon Sancho FC can now rest. Sancho will leave Manchester United. Greenwood also will leave Manchester United. And that's that for those two players. Let's see what happens in the coming days and in the coming weeks. I expect Jadon Sancho and Mason Greenwood to leave this month. Maybe Greenwood is a certainty, he will leave this month. Sancho, maybe we might, if we don't get what we want from him, it might take a little bit longer for him to leave. And onto Michael Olise. It is very disappointing because according to Fabrizio Romano, he says Chelsea have approached Crystal Palace today to ask about further details of Michael Olise's release clause. According to David Ornstein, the release clause is around £60 million. And Fabrizio also said he's among top targets for Chelsea again, as Chelsea asks for permission to talk to the player's side. And race is still open with several clubs keen and Chelsea pushing for the player. It's a disappointment. If Olise agrees to go to Chelsea, I'll be very, very disappointed because this is someone that, according to the report, he's a United fan. He wants to come to the club. So if he doesn't come to us, it's just from our own fault because we let's say we didn't really push for it, or we are not really that interested in him, and that is why he's going to leave, or because we are slow, or because it took us so long to decide what we want to do with Erik ten Hag, and now that we want to keep him, Chelsea are almost close to stealing Olise from us. And it's disappointing, honestly, because, we need that cover in the wing. Obviously, we have Anthony, we have Ahmad, but we're going to sell Greenwood and Sancho. If we're going to sell those two players, we need to bring another winger. That is for sure. So what are we going to do about that? I don't know if I'm expecting United to come from nowhere and try to salvage that deal with Olise. Because if we come now with full force, with our money ready, we can definitely get that deal done. We can definitely steal him from Chelsea. I feel we can do that because now we know our manager and we can talk to him, talk to his representative and see what can be done. 60 million euro for him. £60 million for him, we can definitely afford. So what's exactly stopping us from doing that deal? I don't know. But that's what's coming out today. Chelsea are going to push for Olise in the next few days, and we might lose out to Chelsea for the winger. So let's see what happens with that.